Hi, it's Andy here again, and here we have some economy grade veg tan shoulder. I got this because I'm just using it as like a lining leather, especially for when I do like a two layered belt. This will be for the inside of the belt, for the layers. Instead of having like the furry inside, you can have a nice smooth kind of inside to it, and by gluing it to the premium grade leather, which I do, which is about 3.5 mil, we're ending up with about kind of like a 5, just over a 5 mil kind of belt, which is very strong, should last your lifetime. For this, as it's a backing leather, it's economy grade, it comes in, it's quite cheap to buy, so I'm not going to go measuring it. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of length in it. So as a lining leather, because it's got quite a bit of length and it's not too bad at the other end, I might actually kind of take it across at this first bit, but if not, you can just kind of judge it. So there you go. For other projects, this is going to be great for when you're doing on the wrist cuff here. I do like a round bit of leather and I wet mold some cabochons into it. So this will be excellent for cutting out some rounds for cabochons, so this will be great material to use. There you go, take that off. More nice scrap bit of leather, will come in useful for projects. And then I'm just going to come down and try and get myself a kind of straight of an edge as possible. Go. Now, because this is going to be a backing for this belt, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it so it's just kind of overlapping a little bit, and then I'll kind of mark this off and I'll get a little bit more of a straighter edge in this one. So I want to just come up. Okay, there we go. So, why we do this, right, is basically a lot of people, when they get a belt, they'll get a belt, a nice kind of 10 ounce, 11 ounce veg tan leather. It's about 3.5 mil thick, quite strong, but over a few years they tend to kind of wear a bit and stuff and whatnot. And then people are like, you know what, I might just get a new belt. And by doing this with a lining leather, what I do is, I'll show you in another video, we glue this side, and then we carefully then bond it together, make sure it's all nice and straight. And then once it's dried and it's bonded together, then I take my knife and I use my thick bit and I'll trim, and I'll get it perfect then on both sides. So as you can see, that's like the normal thickness for an ordinary standard belt, but then when you put like the backing leather to it, it makes it a lot stronger. But when I do this, I'll also, by using my pricking irons, I'll make a stitch line and I'll use my pricking irons to make stitching holes all the way down the belt. And then once it's dried and glued, and then I stitch it, this belt is super. This is like a belt that will last you a lifetime. It's super strong, it'll be your favourite belt, and everybody will be jealous because they'll be like, oh my god, where did you get that belt from? And say, oh yeah, I know someone that custom makes them. So it's a nice way to have things, so you can do 3.5 mil ordinary kind of belt. As I say, the furry inside, which is alright. There's another thing we can use called Toconol, which is like a balm for leather you put on and you kind of give it a little burnish and it makes it nice and smooth and glossy and kind of preserves it. But I done a belt for myself with some lining leather and it's absolutely fantastic. So there you go, we have our economy grade backing stuff, shoulder, which I'm going to use for this order that I have for someone that wants a belt. Custom made. With the step then is, we're going to take this, size it all up, and once we get it all sized up and trimmed up, then we can stick it to the backing leather. So we'll do this in the next element. So thanks for bearing with me, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.